Shanna, a developmental editor at Creator Institute. Today, I'll walk you through the basics of how to outline a fiction novel using two popular methods, the hero's journey and the Snowflake Method. Everything I say here is also contained in the How to Outline a Book document, so make it a favorite and quip for easy access as you work. There is an epic battle between plotters and pantsers. Plotters plan their book in detail, often including character sketches and plot outlines. A pantser composes by the seat of their pants, with little to no advanced planning. Most writers fall in the middle. The planner in you will gain confidence and momentum from creating and working from an outline. The pantser in you will delight when creative inspiration strikes as you type. In my experience, I think that planning leads to confidence that's required to go pantsing. So let's get started. What is an outline? An outline is the skeleton of your book. It contains important planning information regarding plot, character, and scenes. Outlining an entire book can feel overwhelming, but we're going to start small. Do you remember the 7 basic plots discussed in your creative author sessions? We're going to start there. Choose which plot is the best fit for your story. This will give you a basic roadmap for your outline. Basic means that it will change and evolve, and that's okay. Now we're going to look at the first of our 2 outlining methods. This is the hero's journey, or monomyth, and it's based on the work of Joseph Campbell. It details a common form of storytelling that transcends time and cultures. For the purposes of outlining, there are 12 plot points that you'll focus on. Each one of these is explained in detail in the document. I also give an example of a hero's journey based on the popular story, The Wizard of Oz. There's also a cool resource that details the hero's journey for Harry Potter, Star Wars, The Matrix, Spider-Man, The Lion King, and Lord of the Rings. So you can really get a deep understanding of how the hero's journey applies to many of our most favorite stories. So you'll fill in each section of the hero's journey with your character's journey. And by the end, you'll have a very strong plot outline. I've also created a section here for the 7 basic plots so that you can align the hero's journey along with the different points that happen in the 7 basic plots and see how they relate to one another. Now to the Snowflake Method. The entire idea behind the Snowflake Method is to build a plot outline out of one single sentence. The Snowflake Method starts simple and gradually adds plot complications. If you were to visualize it, the method looks a lot like this. Gradually, you'll expand upon each plot point with new details, like the complex structure of a snowflake. To begin, we're going to write a 1-sentence pitch line. Edit the sentence down word by word to be 15 words or less. But Shanna, how do I possibly distill the entire plot of my book into 1 sentence that is less than 15 words? Don't worry, I'm going to show you how. Here's a pitch line that I wrote for The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy, a young girl in Kansas, takes a trip through the fantastical land of Oz to find her way back to Kansas again. Now, let's edit it. First, we don't need any proper names in our pitch. Girl can suggest young, so we can eliminate young. Takes a trip can be shortened to 1 word that suggests the same action, journey. In our pitch, land will suffice for Oz. Back to Kansas can be shortened to a simpler idea, home. Now we have a pitch line with the same meaning, but it only took us 14 words to get there. Next, we're going to turn this pitch into a full paragraph, including the story setup, major conflicts, and the ending. Randy Ingermason, the developer of the Snowflake Method, says that he prefers to structure a story as 3 disasters plus an ending. Each of the disasters takes a quarter of the book to develop, and the ending takes the final quarter. Aim for your paragraph to be 5 sentences long, with the first disaster coming from an external source and the next 2 coming from internal sources. Your character is trying to make things better, but circumstances just keep getting worse. Here's an example of sentence 1. Young Dorothy is swept away on a cyclone to the land of Oz. To move further in your outlining process, you'll need to invest more in your characters. Now you'll write character sketches, asking yourself these questions. Now that you have deeper insight into your characters, you're going to expand the plot with your characters in mind. Take the 5-line paragraph you wrote and expand each sentence into its own paragraph. Line 1 of our paragraph about the Wizard of Oz looked like this. Young Dorothy is swept away on a cyclone to the land of Oz. Now we can expand it. Young Dorothy Gale lives on a Kansas farm with her hardworking Uncle Henry and Aunt Em. Working on the farm is backbreaking, and Dorothy's only companion most days is her dog, Toto, etc., etc. A nifty trick to make sure there's momentum in your book is to end each of these paragraphs with one of the disasters that you've planned. Congratulations, you now have a 1-page synopsis of your book, and you can guess from here what the next step will be. Take each paragraph and expand it into one full page. At that point, you'll have a detailed multi-page synopsis, and you're ready to write. Things may change as you write, and that's okay. Your outline is there to get you started and keep things running as you write. When you feel the urge to fly by the seat of your pants, go for it and have fun.